Okay, we're here for the next match on the feature table. It's Bob Josh and Atilla. That's right. So this should be another round of excitement. And that's right. That's an 8-7 match. With a little bit of warm up here, and we'll be ready to go. We know the table's playing pretty good. We just watched Ernesto and Santos. And over on table 11, Ramin is still playing after a first round loss. He's probably got a half a dozen wins under his belt by now. So he's got the momentum in his case.
I was checking on matches and seeing what was going to be coming up. On the winner's side, it's Santos and Tang, which will be a good match.
Oh, yes.
A couple of our local guys, Chris Fongre and Omar Vachani, are going to be playing. We just looked at it. Tim Daniels playing. Geraldine's going to pull it up for me. I just looked at it. I can't remember 8 names. Tim Daniels will be playing Victor Ignacio, and I have Omar's and Santos's. What's the fourth one? Oh, Dave Hema versus Amir.
Oh, yes,
Shoshani.
I saw that one. Scheduled.
Square, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But maybe it helped you play better.
Maybe I just got really lucky.
Did you see Omar? Did you see who he played? He played Chris.
I just want to mention, too, that Clyde here at OnCue Billiards has done a fantastic job of setting this whole event up for
Absolutely.
us.
He's
allowing us to come in here and storm the place with hundreds of people.
been here the entire time.
He's been here the whole time.
Making sure everything's going smoothly.
He does waitressing. He does
cleanup.
Busboy.
Yep.
He brings the ice in.
Just a quick alert for you folks out there in Streamland. You're watching POVPOOL. This is Daniel Bush. I want to thank Brooke Tonneson, Marty Carey for sweating these matches with us here today, live on the stream here from La Mesa and OnCue. I wanted to let everybody know that our next match, doesn't matter who is playing, will be commentated by none other than Dave Witzel of Dave Witzel Cues and Quality Billiards. And myself, I'll be joining Dave Witzel in the commentator's booth here. So all of you San Diego locals and Dave Witzel fans, come on down, check out the live stream. We're very, very lucky to have Dave Witzel spend some time with us and share some of his knowledge of the game and some of his wisdom. So enjoy this match as well. Atilla Bezdan versus Bob Jocz. And thanks once again for watching.
Thank you, Daniel.
Santos.
If Brooke don't buy me the coffee, I can win the match.
You heard it here from Santos Sambajon.
The best action you'll get
I
right here.
told you it was the coffee. All right. We're going to get started. Bob's won the flip.
He did.
And I'm going to just read off the matches that are going on right now. We got Atilla and Bob on the stream table. That's going to be Attila's going to 8 and Bob is going to 7. We have Jaden Brock versus Ernesto Dominguez. Dave Gorham versus Jay Helfert. Ramin Bakhtiari versus Bobkin Melkonian. I hope I pronounced that halfway decently. Clint Palachi versus Kevin May. Scott White versus Vilmos Foldes. Rodney Wynn versus Ray Robles. And Oscar Dominguez versus Ray Ray.
That's a full plate.
Come on down and watch this and support our sport. Social
We are down
show
to
some love for pool.
Final 12, final 16.
Looks like 20. Well, we're still at 24
Okay,
because it was a
okay.
winner side. Thank you, Geraldine.
So Bob broke and came up dry.
Well, maybe he's putting that rack up just a little bit high too. No, he's 3-6. He made something. Made the 6 ball.
Okay. I guess I thought he just came up dry.
If he can make the one, the balls are laid out pretty nicely. He doesn't
They
have a
are.
great shot at this one ball, but
I think he's looking at that 4 ball to kill the cue ball. If he
And have the
slices
2 in the
one
side.
cue ball, that's in vision, that is. Yeah, there's something to be said about this MZWST State Tour, the way it's grown I mean, what does that mean when it grows? Every event gets more and more. Is the word's getting out. The people are comfortable and confident. He did exactly that.
Exactly
he
what
hit
he
the 4 ball.
did. Yeah, nice
But I
shot.
wanted to say that. Yeah, is it?
Well, Desiree mentioned earlier that as of this event, they'll have given out 37,000.
Wow,
What
that's
a
great.
just awesome for the pool scene in
It's just a
West
sign
on the
of
West Coast.
of the trust people put in this. And that's why I donated a jump cue for the raffle to help.
To help
put the-
fund it.
Yeah, put the money in the fund and. Okay, Attila's taking his time.
This is Bob.
Oh, that's Bob. I'm sorry.
Attila's sitting,
The green. Okay.
Yeah.
Had him backwards.
and Attila's from Hungary
Hungry.
and travels with Vilmos,
Yeah,
who's won an event.
He hangs with Vilmos, right?
Yes.
And he's from Hungary too?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I guess they traveled over together. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I always
they,
see 'em
they run
together.
together.
They're always wearing their colorful shirts.
I know.
One
I
of
know.
them has like a neon green, the other one has a neon red. Or
Yesterday they had the bright blue and, red.
Yeah,
and
they're easy to spot.
very European dress.
Sure, sure, and the haircut too.
Mhm.
There's a lot of cultural experience going on around here.
I
Being a boy from Maine, a white boy from Maine, I get a lot of exposure to it all.
Well, I was born and bred right here in Southern California, so this is quite the adventure.
Oh, this is different, yeah. I've been out here 4 years now, and I'm never going back to Maine except to visit. I'm living out here. Something to be said about this weather.
And you picked San Francisco.
Yeah,
Little bit
Santa
rainy
Cruz.
there.
No, not San Francisco, Santa Cruz.
Oh, okay.
So I'm down in the Monterey Bay where it's
Nicer.
right in between that weather belt.
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it's
Right.
Bob's looking this 4 ball over. Draw it back for the 5 in the side. He didn't quite get enough on it, but he'll have to live with it. If he slices it in the side, he'll have to go up and down the table, obviously, because of the speed of the cue ball.
This is not my company, this is my sponsor. They make a card,
All right, played it all the way up in the corner. Looks like he's got control of this. Little angle on the 7, but ooh, I don't think he wanted that. And why
It's
would
just
he
a
put that much English on it?
hint too
when
much
he could
spin
have
on
gone
that
straight
one.
up and down. Lesson to be learned about that excessive English. Alan Hopkins, Grady Matthews, they all center cue ball. And they teach that. Here we go on the 8. Oh, undercut it and scratched. That was a mistake. He got a little out of line on that when he shot the 7 and elected to go 3 rails with us running English. It did not pay off. Brooke's having a little trouble over here. She's got it cleaned up now. Her water is leaking. That sounds good. She's got it now. And Attila's walking up to a nice easy 8-9 to win the first game.
And he'll be breaking.
And breaking.
So that puts him up 1-0.
1-0.
And he's giving Bob a game. I don't
Okay,
think they
yes.
marked it down there, but Bob is racing to 7. Attila's racing to 8.
Right. So that just, they made up that.
Oh, and on one of the loser side matches, Kevin May beat Clint Palacci. Clint, what did you win? 17 through 24th, and he's very excited.
Every level of competition is here. You can, and they make it fair with the 7, 8, 9 spot. It's not the crazy heavy spot where the guy gets 2 or 3 games and he gets lucky the first game and now he's got you 4 or 5.
I'm a mid to week 7, but I'm telling you, playing in these events is making me stronger because I do have a chance to beat some of these guys, and I have to work. You just have to work a little bit harder. It gives you incentive.
Yeah, they
By allowing me that couple of games, it gives me an incentive to just practice
That's
and
exactly
work at
the
it.
reason why it's there. You know, you're not going to get 3 or 4 games on the wire because that's just too heavy on one side. And some of the old setups they had were like that. That you could, if a guy was a C player and you were an A player, they give him 2 or 3 games, and then he craps it in or something, and it's just not.
I play in an event that's like that. It's
Right.
a bigger spot, but I enjoy those because at least you're running out to the 9 or you have to make the 9. I like the ball spot tournaments too, but if I'm working on my game, I like the game spots because I want to run out. I don't want to
Of
get to the
course.
6 and.
That's confidence. You have to have a positive mind. If you've got any doubt or negative thinking, you have to step back. You can't get down over the shot and say, "Oh, I'm not going to make this," and I can't get position. And you've got to back off and find a different decision.
And when it starts to cloud you got to shake it off. You got to do something to change that up.
I just watched Ernesto, and I don't think he ever made a facial expression the whole time.
He doesn't. I love it. He does not give his opponent any ammunition, and I like that.
That makes a big difference.
So Attila played a safe off the break because he did not have a good shot on the 1. He banked it down, and Bob's hooked by the 4. It looks like he can bank it on the short.
Yeah, I think he
Behind
wanted
the
to
4.
get it behind the
8.
Yeah, the 8 ball.
Yeah.
But it just came out a
But
little bit.
luckily
He's-
the 4 came into
Exactly.
play.
Let's see how he does here.
Looks like he's shooting a little bit before the side pocket.
Oh, great shot.
Played to make it.
Great
Nice.
shot.
Nice hit.
Just barely missed that little point on the side pocket. And he might have an opening here.
He's a little bit on this side of the pocket, but it seems like he should be able to go ahead and make it. It's very thin.
Again, if he puts any English on it to help the cue ball this way, he
Open
could
it.
throw the cue
Could
ball
miss
off
the ball.
its right. And so
Because
that's
it's
something
such
to consider.
a fine point that he can hit right here on that 4.
Yeah. Up and down, he's going to hit the 9. That didn't help. Risky.
He either needed to do more spin so that he was coming around those
That's
balls.
what I
By
was
leading
saying.
it straight, he there was a lot of balls in play on that shot.
Right, but again, you put that spin on there, then you might not make the
You might
four,
miss the
and
ball.
then
It's-
the cue ball would divert its path.
you
and
gotta
they're
weigh your
off and on.
options, yeah.
I mean, what you're comfortable with.
Yeah.
And obviously that didn't work for him, but he could still pull
He's got
out
a
of this.
shot. He looks like he's looking. It looks like he thinks the cue ball's going to go into the 6.
I don't know. I think
That's
he'll
what he
miss
was
this.
measuring at. I didn't think it would, but
Yeah, it
that's
looks
what he's
thin.
measuring.
He's gonna thin the 5. You'll have to go another 3 rails around the table. You're asking for trouble. He knows it. That's why he's chewing his gum so intensely.
It's another tell.
Yeah, he's putting outside English on it. Oh my goodness, he did hit the 6. He scratched again.
Might have got lucky.
Oh boy, he got lucky.
Yeah, he actually looked. I didn't think it was going to come into the 6 as much. I think
Me
he
neither.
he kind of made it go into the 6 by
The English.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Good call, Brooke.
maybe he thought he'd get a 2 for 1 there. Make one or the other.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
That's what you got to love about 9-ball.
There's so much to learn in this game. You can never perfect it.
My dad is 68, and he still is a student of this game. He's been
Yeah.
playing for over 50 years.
Yeah.
Loves it. Learns something new all the
Sure,
time. Tries
yeah.
out new stuff. Got jump cues.
Right.
He's my inspiration.
Yeah, and even the little subtle things that you learn, they add up. Oh boy,
I'm not. I don't know if he. Oh my!
look at that thing roll.
That rolled right to the hole.
Did it look like it was going
Yeah.
a little? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it
looked
wasn't going and then it was?
Looked like it was about a diamond out, and it ended up just drifting to the pocket.
I think
He
so.
can't bank that good, can he? Like he didn't play.
Now this shot here requires a very thin hit because if he hits it too full, the cue ball
It'll
will
get
die.
stuck down there. Yeah.
And so it's a center cue ball.
I just started practicing this shot to try and gain control of what I do with the cue ball. If I
Very
need to get
important.
to the middle or the bottom.
Very
It's a
important.
difficult shot. People think it's easy because it's sitting in the
Yeah,
pocket.
it's
but
in the pocket. I
The
just
cue ball
gotta hit
has
it.
so many options.
Yeah. And
You
see,
hit it
hit thick. That's exactly what I was saying. He didn't want to miss it too thin, so.
Well, a lot of times he hit it a nice, smooth, slow speed, and so by the time it gets there, you hit a little more ball than you had anticipated.
And that makes
that's
a
what
difference.
happens. Yeah.
You end up 6 feet short.
Yeah, he's got a good angle, but
And it's off the rail about a couple inches, so he might have a fair shot at this.
in the 8s, there's nothing difficult about the rest of the balls, so
Nope.
he can just concentrate on making this ball.
Oh, he should have shape on the 8 if he makes the 6.
Mhm.
Very
There
well
it
done.
is. Nice shot.
Very well. In good shape, nice and close. You know, when you've got long shots like this
Wow.
one here, you want to get close to the ball.
These are both tall players too, so they can reach
If
pretty
you-
much everything.
If you leave yourself too long and you need to make up the difference with English or speed, you're going to end up compromising.
This one, he's just going to draw it back and shoot
Yeah,
that.
he's going to draw it straight back.
Shoot it in the side. Looks like he uses English a lot because it looks like he's putting a little English on this one too.
Huh. No, he didn't. Boy, he can't get a
Oh.
feel on this. I mean, I can tell you he didn't hit it hard enough, but even so, he couldn't have drawn it.
In that shot, you're better off overdrawing it because at least you're looking at
Perfect.
the right
You're
side
right.
of the ball.
You're right. Okay, he has a real thin cut on this 9, and hopefully he won't scratch. Yeah, he's concerned. He's looking down. He's upset. He's, how can I manipulate this cue ball so I don't scratch?
What's wrong with the corner pocket?
Scratching the side.
With the one nail back to the side? He's not going to scratch on that side.
If he cuts it down on that corner
Yeah.
pocket, he'll
You can just roll that
it
in.
looks
He might
like
scratch on the other side.
Okay. Again, it depends on what he puts
But
on
if
it for
he,
English.
if he likes the back cut, it's just this is a pretty strong back cut. When we look at the monitor,
Yeah.
it's past across that side pocket
it
pretty
sure is.
strong.
Here we go. Here's the answer. What a shot. Don't
wait
scratch
for
it.
it. Nice.
What a shot. Fantastic.
But that's one of those you just go ahead and go for it.
Yeah.
You got to make
well,
the ball.
that's confidence. I bet you he didn't have any doubt in his mind when he shot it. He had doubt in the beginning, but then he got rid of that.
He didn't doubt making the ball, but he worried about the cue ball. You saw him watching that cue ball down to the corner.
Yes.
But you have to commit to the shot, and he had to hit it that speed to make that ball. You saw how slow that ball went to the
Exactly.
pocket. It's going to make it 1-1, and Bob will be breaking. Again, Bob's going to 7, and Attilla is going to 8.
Well, he's not in the winner's bracket for nothing.
This is a one-loss side
Oh,
match.
it's one loss, but still, he's still here today, so it shows that he's got some skills and talents.
Yeah, Bob played a winner side match this morning.
Okay.
So, yeah.
97 people, that's a major feat.
The final 24, and you're on the winner's side, for sure.
You're in the money.
Yeah, everyone that came back today is in the money.
Good.
I like when you have tournaments like that.
Yeah.
It's 1-1.
Let's see how the break works here. Putting a little bottom English on it. He didn't cut it. He hit straight
Nice
on.
break.
Very
We'll
nice.
see if he gets it.
Get out of there for a while.
As the old saying go, last ball rolling.
You're right. Yeah, he's not open. That's for sure.
He might be able to cross it to play a safety, but this is not
If he
what he
thins that one
had
on,
hoped for when he made those
it
balls.
looks like he might scratch right here in that same
Yeah,
pocket if he tries that, and that's a low percentage shot. That cross corner bank.
He can push, but Ernesto's the only one I saw pushing when they had a look at the ball, because he had a tough shot.
Yeah, you learn from experience and percentages what to do in those cases. They don't even have to think about it. They just know that. It's just,
Almost every time I watch one of Ernesto's match, I learn something. He does things. I was telling Marianne, he has a simple pattern. Like, he sees simple patterns. Sometimes those are the hardest ones to see. He lets the cue ball do the work for him. He doesn't, like you're saying, doesn't put a lot of stuff on it. Just lets it do its own job.
exactly. Go with what you have for the angle. He did what you said. Look at double.
Oh.
Money in Z Bank. That's the Z Bank shot.
A little one pocket knowledge,
Yeah.
maybe.
Now he's hidden again, maybe? Oh, he has a
No, he
shot.
can see the ball,
Oh,
yeah.
okay, he can see it.
It's just a matter of
Very
hoping
methodical.
that he's got a little better speed on this one to go up and back, or to just. Looks like maybe I'd go up and back, but maybe he'll just roll it and have the shot.
Little bottom English, maybe? Keep it in the middle of the table?
Keep it straight.
It looks like center cue ball he's using.
He looks like he's going forward.
Oh. Something
But
was...
again, look at his speed. I know he missed the ball, and he hit a little more than he thought, but his speed was poor again. Like, he wouldn't have had a good shot on that
He's a
forward.
little tentative.
Yeah, he's hitting
Because,
things a little bit soft.
Another thing I just noticed, he kind of like one-stroke that. And he's been
And
very
he's
slow.
very methodical.
Deliberate. All of a sudden, he one-strokes it.
Yeah,
So
you could tell that he was not 100% committed to what he
Yeah,
was doing.
he's trying to get the shot over and done with.
He probably was thinking to himself, same thing we were. Do you go forward? Do you pull it back a little?
Yeah. And you've got to make those decisions in a split second.
That's what I've been trying to work on
Yeah.
is deciding before I get down. And if I have doubts, I get up,
Perfect.
recommit myself to whatever I'm doing, and get back down. I might miss, but I'm
Yeah,
committing to what I'm
that's
doing.
right. Well, like I said, you can't get up there with negative thoughts. If it takes you
Or
pulling back to get a
bunch
positive
of
thought,
thoughts is bad too.
that's good fundamentals.
So he's gonna spin off this ball and try and get behind the 5, I think, maybe the 9. I can't tell the angle.
5 or 9.
No.
Isn't that 3 ball dead? Guess not.
Certainly. Oh, there.
I mean, it looked like it would be dead all the way down the other end, but I guess not. Doesn't look like it. Uh-oh. Nobody wants to put the 3 in front of the 9.
He was. I think he was trying to hit it hard enough to get the.
He wanted
the
it all
cue
the
ball
way.
underneath
Yeah,
over here.
way down.
Yeah.
Still not too bad.
Yeah, but you left him the distance, and this isn't an easy combo. I don't think anybody but me would shoot this
Oh,
shot.
no, that's a low percentage
I'm
combination.
only shooting it if I'm playing against the top guy.
And you needed to win real bad.
Well, I'm more likely to luck in that 9 ball than I am to get shade from here.
Okay, yeah.
You gotta know your strengths, right?
There's nothing wrong with that.
And I enjoy a good lucky 9 ball.
Oh, yeah,
so-
it's a nice feeling. Okay, let's see if he hits the 3 and rolls the cue ball down to the foot royal.
He can cut this ball in
Yeah, you can
to
cut
the
it
top
in
right
over there.
corner and just bring the cue ball.
That sounds easy.
2 rails?
Yeah.
Bring it 2
yeah,
rails.
natural. Let's see if he does it.
He's very tall, and our table is actually in play for him when he's playing off of this bottom rail.
Got a different view.
Or there's that way. He was.
Total opposite side.
Well, it's what you
What
see,
a
right?
shot. So much for what we know.
But it really is what you see. It's people see things so differently. It's really neat to watch people I haven't watched before and see how their minds work.
Well, you try to use common sense and basic percentages. That
Yeah.
If that's the angle on that side, I'm going to shoot it in that side. And then he back cuts it the other way. And what works for
Didn't
him?
seem like he even looked at the other pocket either.
Yeah.
Like he just saw it and shot it that way.
We couldn't tell what he was going to shoot.
Not till it was
He
headed
didn't
to a
give it
pocket.
away. What a shot he made.
Good poker face.
Yeah, well, let's see if he does this one. 2 rails and back for the 5. He's taking longer now.
And I was just thinking that myself.
No 1 stroke. Nice stroke there.
Oh.
2 straight. 2 straight.
That's no reward. He hit that ball very nice.
He got 2 straight. There's
Stop your
no
ball
way.
and bank the 7.
I think you're right, because there's no way he's going to get the cue ball over there unless he hits the rail first, and that's not going to happen.
And these pockets are tight enough where if you try and force this ball, it could bobble.
And you saw the match before that
With
they
their
lit
nest,
up on
they did
English
it a couple
because they
times.
didn't want to
Yeah.
draw the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, a lot of decisions here, and he seems to have it
Going
made.
forward.
Not bad. Very well done. Nice stroke.
Nice recovery.
Boy, that was beautiful. He's got a nice angle to come over for the 9.
That
Well done.
he had a little bit of that angle. I didn't think he had enough to do what he
Yeah.
did. That was an awesome recovery.
Wow. He's solid.
This one he can just come across 1 rail and shoot the ball.
Yeah, this should be a natural position if he makes a 7. Center cue ball right across the table.
But I like he's taking the same time. He's consistent with his
see?
approach.
That 1 stroke, he missed it. Now he's slowing
He's
down.
not going to do that again. Well, hopefully.
Uh-oh.
He put inside on that.
Okay.
We could tell by the way that the cue ball
Right.
went into the 9.
Yes.
And that was just he hit the outside of the 7, and with the inside it pushed it away from the pocket, and that's why he
Yes,
ended up with
that
doing what he
could
did.
cost him the shot. That's why he threw that object ball.
Mm-hmm. But he's not leaving Attilla. Like, this is not an easy. He's over the 9. It looks.
he's still
it
getting
looks
comfortable.
relatively straight. I think he's going to try and draw it back.
I don't
Now he's
think
going to
he
go
has it.
forward.
It looks like follow, but I can't see the angle.
That 9 ball's just a little close, and you can tell he's like taking
Yeah,
his time to
it's
try and get that
affecting
out of his
bridge.
head. Yeah.
Straight follow, come back across. Oh my goodness. It definitely bothered him.
Mm-hmm. But he got on the 9 ball.
He got where he wanted, but it was obvious that was bothering him.
Yeah, he got up. I mean, he's a faster shooter than
Yeah.
Bob, and that he took a lot of time on that shot for
Right.
him.
He stepped back 2 or 3 times, so he knew what he wanted.
He's trying to find his eye, and just it
Right.
was a little bit off from where.
Well, like we said before, he's getting his positive confidence,
Exactly.
taking that negative out of it.
Being committed.
So much practice required to get to.
Is Bob the one that Daniel was saying that one of these gentlemen that was still in was not a protege, but a student of Bo Rundgren's? I think it might be Bob. I think,
Okay.
but I'm not 100%. Don't quote me.
Yeah,
on
no,
that,
I
but
don't
think,
know.
I think that's what Daniel was telling me earlier today.
Uh huh. Slow down.
He went right
He's
into
going
it.
to get married to
He's
it.
going to catch it. He
Oh my
did not
gosh.
catch it.
Good stroke on that 7, just a little too hard.
He had to just make the ball, and that you have to hope you get, either hit it hard enough where it's gonna, or soft enough.
He couldn't have got away hitting it easy. He hit it as easy as he could.
Yeah, he was just hitting so little of the ball. It
Yeah.
runs.
He was hoping that didn't happen. Now he's trying to deal with that.
What do? You nip it? And I don't know how. He looks like he's real close. Just send it to the rail.
He wants it probably down on that end rail and bring the cue ball back up this way, is I'm sure what he wants. Oh, foul. Yeah, he's a little.
He conceded the game.
Jittery.
He. That's a tough shot because you're so close to the ball and you want to make sure you hit it good. What I started doing is something that I do with jumping. You know, you can 1, 2, 3 jump.
Perfect. There's nothing wrong with
I
that.
started doing it with those close shots.
Perfect.
Because in my mind, I just know I'm going to shoot on that third one, and it lets that take like my
That's a good
subconscious
fundamental.
take
No, that's
over.
good stuff because you got to have a
plan.
pattern, or something that you're confident with.
I don't say it on all my shots, but on the shots where I get nervous, I just allow myself that 1, 2,
Jacked up
3.
over a ball,
Mhm.
and you have to focus right straight on that cue ball.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now you just had a bad luck.
Well, that lets Attila back, and that should make it 2
Good break.
2-1.
What a good break. Nothing's jammed up.
The 6
ball
is a
bit.
little interesting, but from where the 5 is to get to the 6 is a little tricky with the 7 on the other side.
Yeah, that's not the best spot to 7, but look at this.
Attila is up 2-1.
This shot here is going to require a little draw, I think.
He missed the first shot trying to
Missed it.
overstroke. I don't think he needed. I don't know what he was trying to. I thought you could just draw it back for the 4. I didn't think you
It
needed
was
to
a
hit it
straight
like
shot.
that.
You had to draw it back because 4 is 9 feet away.
I know, but he hit. I don't know. I thought it was more stroke than punch, and it seemed like he kind of punched at the ball.
Yeah, it would have been more stroke.
Because he wasn't going to want to shoot that 4 from where the cue ball
Must have
is.
been a little uneasy about it too because he didn't come very close with it.
Yeah. But now Bob's got to figure out a way to get back down here.
It looks natural. If he just slices the 2 ball in,
He's looking at the.
he should naturally come right up here.
I feel for him because he's been off this rail, and he's really in play with our equipment, and I feel for
It
him
is tight there. It's close.
Very
Even Ernesto
tall.
had a problem with us
with
arm.
one of the shots. Yeah.
Mhm. Here we go. He's in. Oh, that's
He
just
was-
no luck.
He kept looking at that. It's weird. Like, he looked at it and looked at it. But if you know that's coming into play, don't you hit it just a little bit harder because you're coming
wanted
through
to
it
hit that thinner because
and miss those?
yeah, it would have
Okay.
come straight up here, not straight up, but at least further over.
It wouldn't have. If those balls wouldn't have come into play had he hit the 2 ball thinner.
And that's what we were talking about. When you get a ball hanging in the pocket, if you hit it too thick, you're not going to come back up table. So I
Well,
think that's
yeah.
partially what happened. Now
Any
he's
of those
kicking
balls?
out.
Attila's got to be pleased about
Yeah, he's had
the
two
events
leads
of
left
that.
for him.
Well, the only the games he's won have been a ball in hand with 8-9 and a ball in hand with the 9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's had both games handed to him, and then he just gave that one up.
Well, but maybe that's why he's kind of overhitting. He hasn't really been allowed to run any balls yet.
He's not comfortable, I can see, because 1 minute he strokes 6 or 8 times, next minute he strokes 1 time. So
Yeah. I think he's a much faster shooter. I've seen a little bit of him at some of the other events. One of the reasons I wanted to commentate with you is because I haven't watched a lot of his matches.
You
Wanted
get to know
see.
him better.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to find his comfort zone,
Yeah.
and he's not finding it
He's trying
yet.
to get comfortable.
He's obviously got a lot of talent. Okay, here we go. 7 balls on the other side.
Nice.
Good draw.
A little more draw than he had intended, but
Now he's straight. He doesn't
Yep.
like that. Oh, boy.
he
He
can
shows
just
his emotions.
he can just stop this ball though if he's worried about it. Just worry about making the 7. The 8's.
If he makes a 7, he should be all set.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. That's what happens. He put a little bottom English on it to try and pull it out.
And it
Few ball-
bobbled like we talked about.
He got what he deserved, I'm sorry to say.
But there's no reward for Bob. This is not any kind of gimme, and it's no easy
he's not having
save.
it lucky. He wants to find a comfort zone that he can relax and
Looks like he's going to thin the outside and run the cue ball back up to the other end of the table.
don't get on there. He's
I
all
don't
right.
know.
He's all right. There's no way he can make that. The 7's too low. Maybe a safety coming here. Yeah.
Trying to run the cue ball back behind the 8 ball. He had it overhit the ball.
Leave him long. I think he notices that Bob's
That he
a
misses.
little tight.
He's not seeing that edge.
He's going to exploit the length and leave him long.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just not finding it.
That wasn't even close, and
No.
I don't know what he was trying to do because that's not good shape going on that on that
he's-
8 ball.
He's bothered. He's got something.
Something's struggling. He's struggling with internally.
He's wanting it to turn around, but it's not happening. A little stop English. Hopefully he's got some angle. He knows enough to do that.
At this level, when he's struggling like he is, I feel like he's just supposed to make the balls and just take the little tougher shot and don't try and micromanage. Just take the
Right. For a 3-0 lead.
3-1.
3-1. I'm sorry.
And Bob will be breaking. Both guys have been breaking better than our previous match. They've Ernesto settled into a good break, but
Gosh, yes, he did.
Santos struggled the entire time.
Okay, let's see if the break works out for him this time, or he comes up dry. He's thinking. He's trying to find that mental mindset.
He's trying to reset.
Reset. Good one. Well, that's not much of a break.
And I don't know if people like realize playing on the stream is difficult. We're sitting here talking. We try to keep our voices low so we're not a distraction. There's cameras everywhere. You got tons of people sitting around. If you're not used to that, it's a distraction in itself.
Yeah. But there's so many other distractions. You just
You should be able to play
right.
through them.
It's
But I'm
just
just saying it's something
No,
new
you're right.
to have to learn to get through.
Like you said, every time he shoots at this end, he has to watch out for the equipment because he's
Yeah.
so tall. And he
But how many rooms have we played in where there's a short wall somewhere?
3-1.
Attilla is up 3-1.
No.
I think he was playing
Oh, he
a
got lucky
safety,
there. He got lucky there.
but he lucked out with what actually
He's
happened.
just not confident. He's like just poking and hoping something.
It's almost like he's not seeing them because he's missing the same way on the most of the shots. He
What a
kicked
nice
it
kick.
in,
What a nice kick.
and he's got a shot on the 4-ball.
does.
Nice shot.
I'm
He
sure
saw
they-
the angle. You saw him walk up. He looked at it real quick. He saw that headed right to the pocket.
Yeah, guys that shoot fast have a tendency to intimidate the opponent with their lackadaisical confidence.
They look like they don't care,
And they're
but
so,
then they get up there and they're very forceful.
Mhm. It's
Rodney
just-
Morris is someone that does that. He shoots super fast, and if you were just going to take it from the outside, you'd think he wasn't even paying attention.
That's right.
And he's extremely aware of his tables.
Straight on the 6. Stop English with the 7. I think he's got the road map there.
I think Bob may have allowed Attilla to catch a little stroke here. I don't know that he's going to like it. Nice out.
For the win.
Nice out by Attilla. Attilla's up to 4, and he'll be breaking. He's been breaking well.
Yeah, he's got his
He-
momentum.
Yeah,
You
I
can
think
see
he
it
found
in
his
body language.
rhythm now.
His body language, yeah.
Like I said,
Bob's
he
sending
wasn't-
messages.
Yeah, yeah.
Help. Okay. Attila's breaking. Good solid break.
Let's
Off
see if
to
he
the
gets a
side
good
a little bit.
roll. The
Look at them bunch up
3-ball
down there.
came up.
That was a
Wow.
mess.
They really came back together down there.
I think it's the lousy racks is why they're clustering up like that in that same rack area.
But you know what? Maybe they should just change out the rack because occasionally you get a kink in one of these, and they don't rack well after that.
Oh, when it folds a
Yeah,
little bit.
you get
yeah.
a kink, and I've watched people change it, and then
It's fine.
they're racking much better. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think the holes get a little worn, elongated.
there's that. And
That's
again, we talked about the different size balls, so
Yeah,
sometimes that
yeah.
comes into play.
good lead. He used that cluster for his
But
advantage.
we watched Ernesto break, and Ernesto was getting a great
Yeah.
break and getting a wide open table. So
It's the
something.
rack.
It might be something they're doing with.
It's the rack.
But Ernesto, oh yeah, because they bring the rack up. I don't know if it was the same rack.
Well, I watched Santos break, and he had the rack a little above
That's
the
what you're saying.
So,
And
he
that
made
will
nothing.
definitely make a difference if you allow your.
Yeah.
It's just like if you have a too high rack with any rack.
Well,
it
that's an old
changes
trick
where
with your
everything goes.
opponent. When your opponent says, "I'll rack him for you," and he puts him high, so you won't make anything.
Yeah. Slug it a bit.
He's going to jump. Here we go to the air. Good shot. Almost made it. It looks like he's going to have a good leave. Hold up. Hold. No, he got a piece of it. He's hoping on the 1 for a safety opportunity. Going to leave the cue ball down there. Beautiful. He's going to need his jump cue again. He knows he's got to jump. He can't see it, so he's reaching for his jump stick. And the 2-ball is not very favorable, clustered up in there. So
Jumping again.
it's jumping again. He ain't taking serious aim. My goodness. Good hit. Good lead.
Nice shot. That's what those
Good
jump
lead.
cues are good for.
Yeah, that's right. Gonna kick out for the 1.
Ooh,
What a nice leave.
right?
A nice leave. He's got a mess there.
And what they were discussing was the rack is still there. They
Yeah, they
didn't
wanted-
remove it because there was such a cluster.
They wanted to remove
And now
it, but
you
they
can't.
couldn't.
Now you're stuck.
Yeah.
You got to play through it, and it'll grab a little bit and affect how your cue ball comes
I
through.
saw it. Yesterday I saw it.
He looks like he's looking at 2 rails out of the corner, trying to come into one
That's
ball.
about what I think he's looking that way.
Yeah, well, yeah, he got him behind the 9 as well. He's got to go 2 rails. He can't go 1 rail.
Oh, wow. He might want to move that 9 out. No. Oh, no, he's left that 9 there.
Don't forget, this is a 3-foul tournament. We don't
Yes.
see it a lot, but
He might have
this is a
some, yeah.
table where you
Right.
might want to be interested in
With
that.
4 balls, 5 balls clustered up.
And because they're all so close, he can leave him on top of a ball so he can't use the jump cue, which he's obviously
Exactly.
proficient at.
That's the only way you're going to get me is to put me right on a ball, because otherwise I can jump pretty close. And all I'm going to do is get a hit. I don't try to make it. If I can make it, I will, but mostly get a hit. And don't give up ball in hand.
Yeah, I have to work on my speed. I tend to overhit it. I hit the ball, but I get a lot of reaction off the cue ball and end up scratching that way.
Oh, there he goes. He's married the cue ball right in there.
He married him.
He's got an angle for this shot, though. Right
He's
there.
not happy that the one ball
No,
came out as far
because he knows
as it
that he
did.
can come off this point over here by the side pocket.
Attila needs to be watching because he's moving. He's moving the rack a little bit. He's trying to move the rack a little bit. He was looking at the rack, and
Well, they
Attila
won't.
was looking away.
It's too crucial if they make a wrong move.
I think he was trying to, because there's an opening in the middle of the turtle where the turtle belly is.
Yes.
I think he was trying to maneuver it just a little to try and get more of that
Oh,
opening.
I see. Yeah, yeah.
Let's see what
He
happens.
seems to be hitting a little bit low on the rail, unless he's adding English. Okay, yeah.
Everybody.
He's on 2.
He is on 2. So Attila's going to make the 1 would be my guess and come down and play off the 2. I don't see an easy way or play safe off the 2 would be my guess.
Yeah, it looks like that, but I think he's looking at the 2.
Because otherwise he's not going to be able to put him up on a ball. Yeah, shoot it in the side.
Well, I don't know, because normally you're going to shoot the ball in the closest pocket.
But he doesn't want to have to do a lot. I think he just wants to follow down.
See, he's going to shoot the 1.
He's
Put
going to
the cue
play
ball
the
behind
cue
the
ball
rack.
behind the rack. I'm trying to play into it.
He's very much undecided.
You know what?
And here we are
His
guessing.
brain works just like ours, but he looks at it all, and it's at a super fast speed.
Yeah.
Because you can see him go through all the different
Yeah.
thoughts.
He's probably thought of all the things we just said.
Yeah. It's kind of neat to see. and
Yeah.
Little inner workings.
That's what commentating's all about, trying to figure out the...
Oh, he's trying.
Yeah, he's like, you're on 2.
He was trying to marry him up to that 3 ball.
Yes, that's where he just pointed.
That was. See, that's advanced for me. I would have made the 1 and tried to play with the 2. But the
then you're
2
breaking
so
the cluster up.
so tied up that he
Yes.
didn't. That wasn't the right idea for him.
He's feeling that
So
it's better
if-
to leave that
believe me,
cluster
if I'd
alone.
have seen what he saw, I'd have tried for that one too.
Yes.
But I don't see those quite as
But
well.
you just learned something.
Yeah, I
and
did.
so did the viewers
I just
learn
did.
something.
Next time I'm.
That's what the percentages are.
Next time, this is a 1 rail kick behind. It's not
Shouldn't
a
have a
not a
problem
high
once he
percent.
scratches.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's off the hook.
And it begins again because that 2 ball is still clustered.
Yeah, there's more opportunities for safeties.
Wow. I know Attila's kicking himself because the shot that he missed, you really want to miss it too hard because you have a lot more room on the hard. He could have gone into the rail, into the 3, and this would have been
Right.
sold out the whole ball.
So he's wide open on the 1 with no opportunity on the 2. Maybe that 6 ball is dead all the way up here.
He's looking off the 7.
Uh-huh. No, I don't think
He doesn't have. I mean that.
You gotta make the 1 first. Good shot. He was hoping for a breakout.
Yeah, I missed the ball.
Now he's got more problems than he had before. Now he's going to have to
And-
break them open, see?
And if he breaks them open, where's he going to hide the cue ball after he breaks it open?
He's got to get to a rail, too, so. This is do or
He can
die.
see the 2, right? Like the
Yeah,
9's not in
yeah.
the way, right?
No, he can get by it.
You know what? It's not a hard kick for these guys. Like you were saying, that 6 might be wired down here. It might be a better shot to kick it.
Yeah, he's looking at it to see if it goes, but see, he's looking here.
Because at least you have an option. You know you're going to break them open if you go at it.
He knows that.
At least you're giving yourself a chance to make
right.
a ball.
And hope for a
A
lead.
little better roll, yeah.
There's a certain element of hope in there. That's why they say good
why
luck
we-
at the
that's-
match.
That's why we. I never say good luck.
Good luck
I
means
say
a
good
good roll.
match. I say good match.
Yeah.
I don't want people to get lucky on me, but it's okay if they play good on me. And I just don't want to play bad.
Exactly.
So I think he's going to do what we talked about. I think he's going to kick into this ball and hope for the good
With the
roll.
6. Oh, man.
He
All
missed. That wasn't a hard kick, but he missed it because he hit it harder at the last minute and it shortened up that bank.
He's still uncomfortable. He's
Yeah,
still
there's
not
something-
finding his zone.
They were saying he's a really slow player. He might be trying to speed up. I mean, he is a methodical and deliberate player.
Right.
He might be trying to speed up for TV.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people don't, they.
Right? Huh, I didn't think of that. Well, especially if his opponent's a fast player.
Yeah, he's super fast. Nice
He's
shot.
just going to keep safing on.
That was a really nice shot. You could just see the 7 ball move out to know that he actually hit it. I saw the 7.
Oh, okay.
But it was a brilliant shot.
Yeah, and he saw it.
Yeah.
Bob saw it.
He's
He was asking him.
kibitzing with him a bit.
Yeah. He's in the same situation with that coming up from behind and kicking the 2-6, but on the other side. He still thinks it'll go.
Yeah, I don't.
He still
think
thinks it's dead up here in this corner, but
he hit the 2, so I don't know how that works, but yeah, it's still very similarly lined up.
the same as the other one. He's got to hit the 2 first.
Here we go.
Yep. No
That
hit.
hit. And he opened up the table.
Attila's got him handcuffed.
So he's on 2, but the table's open.
Well, the three
Mr. J.
ball-
Helford in the house.
The 3 balls is concerned right now.
Jay ended up 17 through 24th in the tournament. Nice comeback. He hasn't played, aside from the Swanee that he does to support Swanee, but in about 5 years.
Wow.
So we're getting people coming out of the woodwork.
That's right.
He is going to try and 3-foul him.
Yeah, he's still safe and
That is no good. He's straight in.
he knows it.
He could see an end to this and was so excited he overhit that ball.
Yeah.
He has a whole ball, I think. I don't think that's the 6
Uh-oh.
is it. Maybe not. Oh. The monitor, it shows like it's still he's hooked. But here it looks like he's wide open.
Look, the way he's looking, he's not sure.
I'll tell you, I hit that. I think I'm clear, and I hit that ball right there a lot.
Takes a keen eye.
The eyes are getting older, you know. You
Yeah.
got to take a second look from. I look on both sides. I think.
He's not liking it. He's shaking his head. And let's not forget, he's got to still get to the other side of
Maybe
the
he
table
did
for the
then.
3 ball.
I want to go look, but it's right in his line, and not quite that brave.
Oh,
He's
gotta
gonna
spin
masse
it.
just a
He's
bit.
got to spin it. No.
It's a good hit, and he might get a little lucky. No, he didn't. I think the reason that Attilla went ahead and tried to play the safety there, well, Bob was on 2, but also the 3 is not a picnic over here.
I also think that Attila sees his uncomfortableness, and he's trying to keep him.
Ooh.
Don't let him get rolling. You know, don't let him get any
Limit
momentum
his,
at all.
yeah. Limit his time at the table, and make it awkward when he is at
Yeah.
the table.
As long as you don't let him break loose, he's controlling the mood. See that? He even left him bad again. He even left him bad again. He just, poor Bob, can't get a break.
And once again, this table's in play for him.
Yeah, but he's got a kick, and who knows where it's going to land.
Normally, there's plenty of room between the tables here, but because he's so tall and we've
Oh,
got
yeah.
some added things on the edges, I think it makes it difficult.
I know those tables in the back are against that wall.
Yeah.
And
The
that shelf.
counter comes into play.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
He hit it going in.
He hit it so thin.
I think he was trying to. I felt
He
like
was trying to make it.
Really? I thought he was trying to kick it the whole time.
No, he was trying to thin it in, but the funny thing is he just can't get rolling.
He hit it both ways and made it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's frustrated.
One of the locals, Kevin May, is still hard charging in the tournament. That's good to hear. And just a bit ago, I was talking to.
Good. He looks good.
Nice
Well done.
shot to Ramin, and he was behind Amir 5-2 at that time. So we got some good matches going on. If you're in
Oh,
the
for
area,
sure.
come on down. Clyde's a wonderful host. We've got great smells in the air. I don't know what it is. It's some
Yeah.
kind of bread, but it smells
Was
good, doesn't
bread?
it?
Yeah, they had some killer nachos yesterday.
Oh, they were really good. I had some too. Their jalapenos were delicious.
Oh, yeah.
He got perfectly straight on this ball.
Look what he's done. He's straight on the 7. If he's not careful, he's going to get too lax here because he's got a lead and the other guy's struggling. He's getting lax and
And
he's not getting...
I think he's getting a little worn down by Bob's speed. Like, I
Look at
think he's
that.
forcing
See?
things.
He forced it and left it. That's what happens. And he still wasn't...
And he was
opening.
bad shaped.
Yeah, this is exactly what he doesn't want. He doesn't want to let Bob get the momentum going.
One of the guys was saying Attila is a very fast player, fast-paced player, and that sometimes the slowness of his competitors breaks him down just a little bit.
I've experienced that. I'm
So-
fast too. I shoot fast.
so it
And
could
if you
be-
get a slow player,
do
it
too.
just really takes you out.
It's one of the things to work on.
It's called anxiety.
Well, there's a couple people I actually play
Look at
because they
this.
play slower to
You're
try
right.
and work on that.
Well, yeah, what are you? I have friends back in Maine that play really slow, but they're great players. What are you going to tell them? Speed up? They're already great. So you
They're
you
gonna
can't
take all
change
the
their
time they
style.
want.
Right. They win. They dominate. And so, what are you going to say?
They get to pick their own speed. Yeah.
Right. I mean, if they do it intentionally, that's one thing.
We used to have a player at Hard Times Bellflower, and he was a methodical player to
Uh-huh.
begin with. But if he was in a tough match, or if he knew it bothered his opponent, he slowed down to like a turtle's pace. And I actually went to him. I told him, I said, "Well, I'm not going to have that. I'm not going to have it in the tournament. If you're in action, you do what you want to do. But I'm not
Johnny
go-
Archer's like that.
You're not going to put my whole tournament behind because of this."
Yeah. Johnny Archer's like that. I got to go.
He can be.
I got to go over there and get my poster.
Oh,
Trying to
that's
play
about
safe.
the best he could do from where he was. I think he wanted to get the 8 obviously out a little more. But
Yeah. He was trying to play it safe.
winner side matches are getting started.
Good shot.
That was a very nice shot.
Just about
And he got a great...
right.
He's not happy with the leave.
Yeah.
He did some weird thing.
What's
What
his
was
reason
that?
for disgust?
It's a great shot. That moves him. Puts him at 5-1.
5-1.
Attilla is up 5-1. Attila's going to 8. Oh, I was going to ask you, is Bob the one that is Bo's student? Okay, I thought that, but I wanted to verify that with you.
2 years.
2 years he's been working with Bo.
Four to 1.
5.
Oh, 5
Just
to
got
1.
to 5, yeah.
I was looking.
She hasn't updated
I looked at the wrong monitor. It was 4 to 1. It's 5 to 1. Now that we have that straight, 5 to 1.
Thank you, Geraldine.
We're live.
Bob broke dry.
Oh boy, he just can't get a roll.
He really just he can't get anything going.
That's what I mean, and I'm sure
He
that
started
Attila's going
out
to keep him
and he
that
made
way.
a couple mistakes, and it's a snowball effect that we were talking about.
Right, you can be sure that he's in a negative mindset right now.
It's difficult staying on the winner side. You play your match, and then right away he lost his first match today from the winners, and right away he had to come and play on that. And
Well,
that can be, you don't get enough time to kind of like shake that off, go.
Well,
have
you
a
had
cup of
all night to
coffee, wash
think
your
about
hands.
today.
Yeah. Attila came in real fresh, going on determined, and like that.
Yeah,
So.
he's got that upbeat attitude.
Yeah.
That can be devastating to an opponent. Little safety play there
Yep. It was a
with
nice.
the jump opportunity.
He's going to look at it first before he grabs his jump cue, but the jump cue's put together and ready to go. He might.
Problem with his kick, though, is he's going to come off that side rail, hit the 2, and he could scratch right
scratch
up
in
in
the
this corner.
corner.
So we'll see what happens.
It's a weird shot. I'm not.
Okay.
Well, he hit the other side. I didn't see that. That was a good shot.
Yeah, hit it
He
full.
was kicking it like that because he thought he could use these balls to play as a fence, but he hit it a little harder than he had intended and
But
came
earlier
out.
he was missing them clean, so he's happy to get a full hit.
Yeah, and he did get a great full hit
Yeah.
on that.
This is a challenge shot here. He's just freewheeled that stroke.
And he's getting lucky behind it.
Yeah, he's taking a big sigh breath.
He doesn't. I know he's ahead, but he doesn't seem. Attila doesn't seem to be paying the attention as much attention. Like, kind of walks away, looks around, what's going on in the room.
His expectations must be higher than his actual performance.
I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, this is. I wanted to
Good
commentate so
shot.
I could watch. So I don't know if that's his normal.
Yeah, no, I played him in San Francisco last weekend. I matched up with him.
And he doesn't do that normally.
Yeah, he's
Usually
pretty confident.
attentive.
But he, when he was missing shots, he'd shake his head and kind of get down on himself. Got himself in a jam here.
Yeah, that was a nice recovery by
Yeah,
Bob.
played a nice safety there.
To
Good try.
what were we talking about? That Z shot.
The money in Z Bank.
That's what he was trying to do. Right
Well,
there.
if you know the diamond theory, those diamonds are there for a reason
On every table.
on every table, and it's some nice to have those to guide 2 or 3 rail
Now
shots.
this one, if I'm Bob and I'm behind, I'm looking at this combo pretty hard.
I see that 2-9 too. And
I'm
thinking,
behind. I need to shake things
That's what
up.
he's saying. See, he's like, I'm not running out. Yeah.
And it's not a duck goose with that 2-4-6 real close right there.
Yeah. No, you've got to take a percentage. This is a good percentage shot here. I mean, length of the table with the balls 2 or 3 feet
Or
apart.
on the
That's
rail.
not a shot.
This is nice.
This is,
Center
and he
of the
needs
table.
this breakthrough right here. If
He
gets
does. He
this,
needs
this
to
could
pump
turn-
himself up. Well, we watched Ernesto and Santos, right? Santos was down 5-2, came back and won at 9 to.
This could
Night
be
Hill
the
Hill.
the turnaround right here. I hate to say it, but this is how it works. And Attila's thinking that too. Damn, I left him wide open, ball in hand. If he makes it, it could be the momentum breaker. Here we go.
Oh, he hit that
Oh, boy.
really. I think he tried to do a two-way shot there. See how it looked like he was trying to stay on that 4.
Oh, and yeah, you're right. And play a safety too.
Yeah, and I
The
just
2
think
ball came out.
I just think you need to just commit to
Mhm.
the safety or commit to the other because
Yeah, he's
obviously-
pretty somber right now.
well, yeah, you can feel things slipping away. That's
Mm-hmm.
Three-
Every one of those opportunities are the chance to break the momentum open, and he's just not getting
well,
it.
Attila's finding his speed, but he's
And
not
that's
playing
the-
perfect. Bob's had chances at the table.
Right. Oh,
Especially
Attila's
early.
playing his mood. He's
Yeah.
playing against his mood for sure.
Especially at the beginning,
Mhm.
Bob had a great deal of
He
chances.
gave 2 games. Get over there. You got an angle. 7, 8, 9. Go ahead 6-1. If he wins this game. Good shape on the 8. Yeah, he's in stroke now. And that's 6-1.
Very nice out. Moves it along to 6-1, and Attila is breaking.
Attila breaking on a 6-1 lead. Good solid break. One ball's open, I think. Yep. 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 Yep.
He's got a match.
Good shot, playing defense. He didn't want that 4 to go. Yeah, he's keeping Bob handcuffed.
Melissa Herndon is out. Yeah, he went to his jump cue. Now, it doesn't bother you when it's that close to the rail. I have a little trouble because you get the rebound bounce
You mean jumping?
when the object ball is that close to the rail. Not the cue ball, but the object ball.
Yeah.
Because you kind of get that bounce when you hit. Sometimes it'll bounce to the rail. That's a little close.
Up over the top
yeah,
of it.
Yeah,
So it's important that you land as
You
short
wanna
as you
shim
can so the
forward,
ball doesn't
so
have
you
that.
can travel in.
There's another secret too, that if the ball's too far down table and you can't control the speed of the velocity of the cue ball, you try to land right on the object ball, and that dies the cue ball and just kills it right there.
Nice. That's a good idea.
Okay,
Nice
good
hit.
shot. You're gonna leave him open.
Yeah, he's going to leave him open.
He just can't get a roll. He just can't get a break. No matter what he does.
Attilla is very happy at the table. Running up there to shoot.
Yeah, he's got all the momentum and all the rhythm.
Well, I think, he's feeling it now. Attila's feeling it now.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
very confident.
There's no need for him to be sighing and pouting.
Yeah,
and-
that was weird on that 9 ball, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
I thought he got great, and he looked like he was upset.
Yeah. Well, again, you expect too much from yourself. You put yourself up on a pedestal, and if you don't fulfill it, then you fail.
You want to be perfect.
And you can't do that. It's the same thing in life.
I just want to be on the right side of the ball.
In a perfect world.
That's my goal. Just the right side.
Sure. He's in stroke now. He's in rhythm.
Oh yeah, you can see his confidence has
Yeah.
jumped up.
1, 2, 3, and
he's that
poor Bob's
yeah,
just
he's-
sitting there
he's in
watching
his-
the ice melt.
Yeah, yeah.
Bingo. 7 to 1.
7. That puts Attila on the hill. This is a 8-7 race. Bob goes to 7. Attila goes to 8. If
Well,
that
here's
comes
an-
into play.
Yeah, here's an example of keeping your head together because you just don't know the second half of the match.
You
And maybe
really
the
don't.
first half
You
went
really
bad, but
I really feel like if I was Bob, I'd put my cue down. I'd go wash my hands.
Yes.
I'd regroup. We talked about resetting the mindset.
Mhm.
And a lot of times we try to play through it, and it's
You're right.
not helpful.
That is not a good suggestion. I think what you just said is perfect because you can even stall your opponent and break his momentum. It's not that it's a dirty move. You're
It's
allowed
your
to
break.
go right. They'll do it to you if you're running racks. They're
Yeah.
going to take a timeout.
I lost my first match 7-1. I won my one game at 6. He had me 6-0. I won my game. It was my break, and he went to the bathroom on my break without saying anything. Just walked away. I said, "Are you really pulling that on?" I said, "You must be scared of me. I'm gonna take it as a compliment."
There you go.
I was mad, but then I did. I kind of told myself, "Well, let's see if he's worried. That's fine. We'll go from there."
Hey, whatever the reason, you don't have to explain it. But Bob's got a good break this time. Let's see if he can do something with this rack.
I hope he can, because he's had a good tournament. I'd like him to at least play well at this point, whether he ends up winning or not.
Right.
But play well so he has that to take away from the event.
Right.
You don't want that his last thing to be
No.
that he's missing
No,
balls.
everybody wants to keep
Just
their
play
face.
well. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, good. Wow, he couldn't have lived through that one.
I thought I was going to scratch for a second.
He's had every bad break in the world, but this time he's moving.
Now all I can think of are those nachos. Darn it,
Uh-oh.
Marty.
Now I've done it.
Looks like Amir beat Ramin.
Yeah, he's taking his time now.
Well, I think he can see that it does bother Attila a little bit.
Mhm.
He might be taking a little extra now.
Well, he has no other options. Everything else isn't working.
Yeah.
He's
Like you
gonna
said,
try
play your
reaching in the
opponent.
bag, trying anything he
Play your opponent, right?
can. Yeah.
That's why it's important not to give away that information. See, now he's sitting there and Attila looks attentive. He's watching, he's
Right. He's not getting up.
no. And before he was kind of moving around.
Mhm.
Now he looks focused.
Wow. Is he taking his time now? Here we go. So let me see. It takes you 3 minutes to figure it out. You
He
shoot
never
the shot
even
and
looked
do
at that. It didn't even look like he looked at that scratch. It's there every time.
It says something about taking all that time.
I thought he was taking that much time because he was going to roll the ball and then do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't think he took all that time to do that.
Well,
As
that's
soon
what
as he
he's
hits
trying
it
to
at
do
that
is
speed.
envision the roll.
That's
the
what I
direction
thought he
of the
was
cue
doing.
ball. He obviously didn't see that one.
But I mean, you see that the cue ball is going this way. So I thought the reason he took so long is because he was going to just roll the shot and take a hard shot on the
Right.
3. I didn't realize what he was.
Oh, no, that's smart decision making.
Oh my goodness, he almost missed that 7. Jumped
I saw
right
that.
up.
I saw I hit the facing.
He hit a good speed that time though, so it stayed
Well,
in.
he didn't load up on English. He hit it soft so they could roll in with
Bob
the
went
momentum.
ahead and conceded the 9 ball.
Okay.
Attila wins the match 8
all
to
over.
1.
So there you have it, folks.
Had a little more angle. What's happening?
Wrap it up.
Okay, guys, our next match is going to be. Do we know yet? Ooh, we're gonna have Dave. Amir's on the loser side. Dave lost that match already. Geraldine's gonna check. I thought Dave was still on the winner's side, and Amir just beat Ramin on the loser side. So we're gonna find out, and we're gonna finish up, and it's gonna be Amir, the guy that just beat Ramin. Am I getting somebody confused? Because Ramin was on the loser side. For sure, 100%. Oh, okay. I had people confused. My bad. So it'll be Dave Hema and Amir. Right. And Amir on the TV table. So stay tuned for that. And it's going to be with Daniel Bush and Dave Witzel from the Cue Maker and Quality Billiards. So stay tuned for some interesting facts, I'm sure. Thank you, Marty. Had a
Thank
good
you,
time
Brooke. We enjoyed that.
commenting with you.
Okay, we'll see you later.
Bye.